In a small, quiet town surrounded by fields and dusty roads lived a young boy named Ion. At school, he was known as the kid who always sat at the back, silent, unnoticed, and often ignored. While others scored high grades or excelled in sports, Ion struggled with almost everything. Teachers called him slow, classmates called him ordinary, and slowly, he started believing it too. But life has a strange way of planting greatness in the most unexpected hearts. One evening, as Ion walked home with his head down, he saw an old man repairing broken bicycles outside a small shop. The old man looked at Ion and smiled. "Why so dull, my boy?" he asked. Ion shrugged. "I'm not good at anything. I think, I just don't have talent." The old man laughed gently. "Talent? My boy, the world is full of talented people who never succeed. What creates legends is consistency." Ion didn't fully understand, but those words stayed with him. The next day at school, something happened that changed everything. The class was given a speech assignment. When it was Ion's turn, he froze. His voice trembled, his paper shook, and the entire class burst into laughter. That humiliation burned deep inside him. He went home, sat alone in his room, and cried. After a while, he looked into the mirror and whispered to himself, "Maybe I am not meant to succeed." But then, a memory flashed, the old man's voice. What creates legends is consistency. Something sparked within him. That night, Ion made a decision. A small, simple decision, but one that would rewrite his destiny. He decided to practice his speaking every single day, no matter how bad he was, no matter how tired he felt, no matter how slow the progress. And so, he began. Every night, after finishing his homework, Ion would stand in front of the same mirror he cried into, and practice. At first, he could barely speak a sentence without stuttering. But he kept going. A week passed. A month passed. 6 months passed. And something incredible began to happen. His voice became steadier. His confidence grew stronger. His fear slowly faded. But his journey was far from easy. His friends mocked him. His relatives told him to focus on something more practical. Even his teachers doubted him. But Ion kept practicing, quietly, consistently, while the world thought he was wasting his time. 1 year later, the school announced a public speaking competition. Students laughed when Ion's name appeared on the list. "He can't even speak properly," they whispered. But Ion didn't listen. He had made a promise to himself. "I will show the world what consistency can do." On the day of the competition, as he stepped onto the stage, his heart raced. For a moment, he felt like the same frightened boy who once froze in front of the class. But then he saw something, his reflection in the glass window at the back of the hall. The same mirror he used every night, the same mirror where he transformed from ordinary to determined. He closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and began speaking. And the hall fell silent. Every word came out strong. Every sentence carried passion. Every moment felt powerful. When he finished, the entire room rose to its feet. Ion stood there, stunned. Tears gathered in his eyes, not because he won the competition, but because he won against the version of himself who once wanted to quit. That day, Ion realized a truth that changed his life forever. Greatness does not belong to those who are born strong, but to those who choose not to give up. Years passed. Ion kept improving himself. He became a motivational speaker, inspiring thousands of people across the country. People called him gifted, talented, even born for greatness. But he always smiled and said, "I wasn't born extraordinary. I just showed up every single day." And this is where his message becomes a message for you. Maybe people doubt you. Maybe you doubt yourself. Maybe your journey is slow. Maybe you think you lack talent. But remember this. Consistency beats talent every single time. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be the best. You just need to start, and keep going. Every day. Even on the days you feel weak. Even on the days you want to quit. Because legends aren't created in a single moment. Legends are built in silence. In late nights. In small steps. In little improvements. In the decision to try again when everyone else has stopped. If a boy like Ion, once laughed at, once ignored, once afraid, can transform his life, then you can too. Your story is not over. Your chapter of greatness has not yet begun. But it will. And when it does, the world will call you a legend. Just because you refused to give up.